So what's the problem with the term do your Kegels?
Besides being dismissive and wrong?
The problem is that research shows that up to 50% of women don't do Kegels correctly. And this sometimes is even after they've had verbal instruction.
50%! Yikes!
So people think they're doing Kegels correctly, and they're working hard, and they're doing them every day, and things aren't getting better, and maybe things are even getting worse. Let's talk about it. We'll go through some common mistakes and then ways you can tell if you're doing them correctly or not. The top 3 mistakes that I see as a pelvic health physical therapist are you're working too hard, you're holding your breath, or you're not letting go. One thing to consider is that these muscles don't cross any joints that move. So if you're tilting your butt or tensing your glutes or raising your shoulders or anything else, you're probably working too hard. I usually say 20 to 30% effort. So think about just relaxing the rest of your body and finding those muscles as you're working through these early stages. Let's take a look at the muscles. So we have multiple layers. We have a superficial layer here and a deep layer that you can see from the inside. The superficial layer forms a figure 8 around the bottom part of your body, right between those sits bones. The deep layer forms more of a bowl structure inside the pelvis. So when you're doing a Kegel correctly, you're going to want to feel a close and a lift of those muscles. Close and lift. So those muscles are going to feel like they're lifting up towards your head. You can figure out if you're moving in the right direction by inserting a finger and squeezing, lifting those pelvic floor muscles. You might want to try kind of figuring out where you are in space by holding your breath and pushing down. You'll feel everything moving out towards the opening here. And then reverse it. See if you can pull in and up and get those muscles to draw up away from your hand. That will help you determine if you're moving in the right direction. Another thing to consider is that your pelvic floor moves with your breath. So an exhale actually triggers that pelvic floor to lift a little bit. An inhale causes the pelvic floor to release. It has to make space for all that pressure in your body. Let's try exhaling and gently lifting, inhaling and letting go. Now let's practice so you know what you're feeling for. So sit up nice and tall on a surface that is fairly flat. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your sits bones right here at the bottom of your pelvis are pressing down into the seat below you. As you take your next exhale, see if you can lift those muscles right between your sits bones up off the seat. If this is too much, let's try it on the floor. So as you inhale, let go of that pelvic floor, and as you exhale, gently pick it up. Inhale. Let it go, fill into your diaphragm and ribcage. Exhale, gently pick it up. Notice that you're not smushing your back against the floor, right? Your hips aren't moving. Relax them as best you can, and just pick up from the bottom, and then inhale. Let it go. Was this video helpful? If you're ready for more, hit subscribe so that you get updates about new videos, and go to postpartumpt.com for more free resources and ways to stay connected.